Let's talk about Palantir or PLTR. I know there's a lot of bag holders on PLTR, and I'm sympathetic toward those who have bought high and are trapped. There is one thing that you need to realize is that Cathy Wood of ARK Invest and the stocks that she has been investing are being attacked by short sellers and big institutions. Palantir is one of those stocks. Have you ever noticed that Palantir continues to win big contracts and doing everything right to grow their sales, and yet PLTR continues to dip ever so slightly each day? In this video, I will share with you the latest news development that I think is building a momentum that will eventually force the short sellers to cover. In particular, Alex Karp ingenious Trojan horse marketing after emancipating the data and giving back the data along with free usage of Palantir software to institutions and governments around the world. I will also discuss the network effects that helped Palantir win a $1.6 billion contract with the UK government and why Cathy Wood continues to buy PLTR. Despite all these positive news, PLTR is still being depressed and manipulated, so you probably want to stick around for this. Swadee Cup, that's hello in Thai. My name is Anthony and welcome to Quantum Finance. If you find the video content of value, please help us grow this channel by liking and sharing the video. If you have not subscribed, please do so, and while you're at it, please hit the alert bell button below so that you can get my latest video upload. Also, if you want to get 2 free stocks for up to $1,850 each, be sure to use my link below in the description to open an account and deposit $100. Some of our viewers have received Tesla and Google stocks. Please note that this video is for pure entertainment and educational purpose only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I'm disclosing that I'm long on PLTR, and no, I am not being paid by Palantir, although it would be nice that Palantir paid me to talk about their stock. With that out of the way, let's get right into it. Earlier this week, CEO Alex Karp released a video on why Palantir, in their view, is the best option for managing the data after emancipating the data. Alex went on to state that countries and companies who have the ability to revision are those who have unfettered access to their data, offer to emancipate, unfettered, and unchanged, and give their data back for free, which is to make the best decision for their clients. It is worthy to note that Alex stated that Palantir has offered its software for free to help various institutions and country governments to uncover data to fight against COVID. Their aim is to help accelerate and rebuild the supply chain of planning, rollout, and delivery of the vaccines. He also stated that they do not own the data. This is critical and important because Palantir is actually a new way of data analytics which needs adjusted laws. In other words, some people and the press need to change their mindset about how Palantir is working with data. It is essential for the company to push deeper into the commercial and government market, and therefore social acceptance and habit are required. Some argue that data can only be gathered on the basis of the original intention, but Palantir takes a step further by putting everything together and create new knowledge which was not originally intended to have. This is where the optimization or update of the law is essential. Palantir's success is a matter of acceptance and the optimization of data security laws. Now think about this. Palantir is giving back the new knowledge along with the data back to institution and country government for free. I'm pretty sure that they will see value of Palantir software and what it can do. That's because there's nothing like it in the open market. This will essentially lead into a monopoly opportunity for Palantir. This is why I stated that it is a Trojan horse marketing strategy. The more institution and country governments rely on Palantir software, the more and the bigger contract Palantir will secure. Palantir technology has far-fetching implications as it is dramatically increasing its government and commercial work through free access. This is a very effective marketing strategy to increase its revenue. Without this strategy, it would take time. So what Alex Karp just did was accelerate the process by 10x or more. Can you see where this is heading? The second business strategy that I want to talk about is the network effect. According to Harvard Business School, the network effect is a phenomenon by which the value or utility a user derives from a good or service depend on the number of users of compatible products. Network effects are typically positive, resulting in a given user deriving more values from a product as other users join the same network. The adaptation of a product by additional users can be broken into 2 effects. 1, an increase in the value to all other users or the total effect. And 2, also the enhancement of other non-users' motivation for using the product or the marginal effect. In Palantir's case, when one branch of the US government, say the CIA, uses Palantir software and found its success, The CIA then recommends Palantir to other branches such as the Air Force and the Department of Defense. It then multiplies from there on to other departments. Now, as the US government improves what it does, our allies start to notice, ask questions, and want the same truth that our government have. From a war game standpoint, you want to use what is working and stay ahead of your enemies. Because if you don't, you will be facing the consequence that is heading your way if you don't adopt the solution. Combined with the Trojan horse marketing, as mentioned earlier, the UK government would most likely lean toward Palantir as a solution to their needs. Thus, the £1.2 billion contract was awarded to Palantir. That translates to about $1.67 billion spread throughout the various UK government departments. So contrary to the majority of skeptics that Palantir is working with the government is a negative thing, Alex has stated in his video that Palantir cannot keep up with the dramatic rise in demand and sales. It's funny, but the best part about Palantir is that it acts like an addictive drug. Once you use it, it's hard to get out of it. That's because it's very expensive and time-consuming to start from scratch all over again should the customer decide to switch to a different platform, and therefore, they're most likely to renew their contracts with bigger dollar amounts assigned to it. Now, can you imagine and see the momentum of Palantir's business strategy to acquire new clients' contract? Can you see the significant potential in increased Palantir's total addressable market or TAM? Okay, obviously, big institutions are seeing what Palantir is up to, and they're taking advantage of the recent market correction to further force weak hands investors to sell their Palantir shares. Let's take a look at the chart. Notice that Palantir would get good news and its stock still dips. Short sellers are constantly selling blocks to put sell pressure on Palantir. So from time to time, you'll see a slight increase, but the overall trend is downward. This caused great anxiety to retail investors, especially the new investors and especially the ones who are on margin call. The first group to panic and are forced to sell are the one on margin call. The second group to sell are those who keep seeing Palantir stock continue to dip despite positive news. They lost faith in the company. Tired of seeing a slow death, they emotionally can't deal with it, so they sell. Now, there's another part of the story that a lot of people don't know. That is, Cathy Wood of ARK Investment is being targeted by short sellers. For years, Cathy and her team has worked to be transparent to retail investors by sharing their research thesis, what they buy, what they sell, etc. Well, Wall Street don't like that. They like to be in the dark, as if having money gives them the right to screw the retail investors by not being transparent. So when Cathy and team are successful, guess what? They don't like her. And when the opportunity presents, such as a market correction, they took advantage to attack Cathy and her team by shorting the stocks that she has bought for her ETF. I performed a random sampling of the stock on ARK Invest ETF and found that a high percentage of those stocks are being shorted and have been manipulated and suppressed. Unfortunately, one of Cathy's highest conviction stock is PLTR. Just this week, she has purchased over 1.1 million shares of Palantir. Obviously, I know she's seeing something that most people don't see. My point is, I would rather listen and follow Cathy Wood and team, who, in my honest opinion, are very intelligent, logical, and data-driven group of experts in what they do. They have a track record to back it up too. I know this is like Tesla over again. Cathy will prove the skeptic wrong again. I guarantee you this. Let's look at his daily chart. Palantir closed at $22.86. It was up 23 cents at 1% gain. This is at a 58% of normal trading volume. Its MACD bullish signal line did cross yesterday, but overall, it is relatively flat and still below the zero line. Its RSI is rising. Palantir rose above the 20 DMA earlier in the day, but closed below the 20 DMA today to form a potential bearish doji candlestick pattern. Because of these indicators, I do anticipate that Palantir to trade sideways between the $22 to $24 range. It will probably dip a little bit tomorrow, as the manipulator will most likely to come in and push the price down again. I hate to say this, but it will be like this for a while until Palantir reports a very positive earnings report that no one can deny of Palantir's capability to grow. And the bulls will come in to push the stock price higher, forcing the short to cover. That day will be coming very soon. If you like the technical analysis like this, especially with my entry and exit points along with the probability percentage, make sure to join our Quantum Finance Patreon page. Here's what some of our members are saying. Special thanks and shout out to Adam, Sawana, and Steve. Adam Brown stated, quote, Great call. I've been making lots of moolah with this swing. Quote. Suwana Mason Singh said, quote, thanks, I have learned a lot. I wish I would have joined earlier. It would have saved me thousands from making mistakes on investing, unquote. And lastly, Berman stated, quote, Anthony, this is ideal information, especially for a beginner like myself. Best channel on YouTube by far, unquote. So there you have it. If you find the video of value and you have not already done so, please like and share the video. Please also hit the sub button and the alert bell. Thank you, and let's go make lots of moolah.